Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, teaching we well. Peace and blessings to the whole elect that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Let's push his verse. Seriously to you, Shalom. All right. Um, I'll come up with a title, but pretty much it's gonna go to the MOTB. And we're close. We got the door. We got the door, and I'm gonna let the scripture do the talking. About I got a little article. I won't read the whole thing, but I'll pretty much just read a little bit. But as you can see, it's 11 countries just ditched the U.S. dollar. Something huge is happening in 2025. All right, 11 countries, yes, 11 just announced they're ditching the U.S. dollar. Not in the euro, not in a decade right now. And while this may not crash the dollar overnight, it could mark the beginning of the end of the greenback's reign as the king of the global currency. All right, this isn't a fringe protest. This is a coordinated economic shift from an entire bloc of nations, and the ripple effects are already being felt on the trading desk and the policy meetings inside the vaults of central banks across America, across the world. So these are the countries that's saying bye bye to the U.S. dollar. All right, and you could actually go to it. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but um the Peggy back on is while this I'm gonna go to back to what it said, while this may not crash the dollar overnight, right? Because it is going to at the end of the day, it's the Lord's doing. All right, it's the Lord doing, and this thing is chess. You know, He know what He doing, of course, and we know that you know it's gonna come to a point where that U.S. dollar is gonna crash. All right, and these countries and it's gonna come to a point where more countries are gonna you know are gonna come to a point where they're gonna ditch the U.S. dollar. All right, and it's gonna lead to one thing. After all that, the dollar gonna crash. All right, and they already know it's gonna crash. All right, it's just they coming up with a game plan. Of course, the Lord already got the game plan because it's predestined, if you will. But it's gonna come to the point where the U.S. dollar gonna crash, and boom, they already got the MOTB already ready to launch. All right, and they're gonna mandate it. All right, so let me go into Revelations chapter 13. All right, starting at uh starting at 15, and it reads, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." Um, and that's basically talking about Esau, Edom. The power. Get the had the power to give life unto the beast. Talking about the NATO, the EU, the Roman Empire being revived. The image is the system. The system is the so-called white man, of course. You know, Esau Edom that had established here in America, aka spiritual Sodom, Egypt. All right, Babylon, if you will. All right. And the NATO and the EU forces. All right, was bringing about the new way of business. All right, let's read on. He calls all both small and great, rich and poor. So this is like you might say everybody. It don't matter if you poor as shit, you wealthy. It don't matter if you low class. All right. It don't matter if you up there. All right. Free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, and what's that talking about, man? All right, and like I just said, it don't really matter if you rich or poor, da da da. It don't matter if you know what I mean, or in jail, or you just a regular citizen. The mark in this chapter means imprinted mark. All right, stamped, if you will. Imprinted means to actually pierce into your skin, man. All right, so they gonna put this little chip. All right, they're gonna put the little chip in you, right? And let me see. Let me go. RFID. Look, they're gonna put this joint in. All right, you see, put it right there. All right, look how small these joints is, man. Look at that. Approved airport. Look, what? All these things. All right, they're gonna put that in you, man. I'm gonna just read on. Well, that's pretty much the point. But I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read on, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that has the mark or the name of the beast. So there's gonna be pretty much if you don't get this, then you're not gonna be able to get nothing. You know what I mean? So there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna fold. Of course, majority of them 2/3. You know, um, that's gonna get this. They're gonna be thinking about. Of course, they just gonna be thinking like, I gotta get this. That's the only way I'm gonna provide. This, that, and the third. All right. And I'm gonna just read it 18. Here's wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of the man, and his number is 603 score. That's 666. All right. And that pretty much is, the man. This goes into the George Joseph lawyer. Um, it's the guy, and the names contain 6 letters in each. All right. He's the one that made the universal product code. If you notice on every barcode, either the first, middle, or the end has a 6 on it. All right, and they want to put the system inside you, or they, pretty much to own you. All right, so you know that's pretty much what's going on, man. I wanted to really, bring that out, because that's what, we waiting for that prophecy to really to kick off, man. To we want them to mandate this thing. That's the once they do that, it's all, yeah, it's over. You know what I mean? That's when shit gonna hit the fan, Jacob Trouble and all that. You know, but I hope you was edified. You know, I want to give all praise and honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash. All right. Until next time, Shalom.